What I want to do today, just very briefly, is just talk to you about the challenges and opportunities of cell manufacturing here in Australia. I'll cover a little bit about who LIS Energy is, but that's really not the topic of my conversation. As we all know, China utterly dominates the lithium-ion battery manufacturing industry. They make over 75% of the world's batteries. CATL alone does 38% of the world's batteries. And what we're all seeing is Chinese internal competition between BYD and CATL smash down battery prices. So you can get an LFP EV battery now for less than $50 a kilowatt hour. And each of them have got hundreds of gigawatt hours of production already established. So how can we here in Australia compete with that? I mean, Britishvolt couldn't do it. Northvolt spectacularly couldn't do it. So how are we going to do it? I think there is an opportunity. The real opportunity, I think, is to skip lithium-ion and go for advanced batteries at higher price points. But who's going to buy expensive batteries? Well, if you look at an EV battery at $50 a kilowatt hour, and then you look at a DJI consumer drone battery, they're selling those for $2,000 a kilowatt hour. Some of the defense wearable batteries are going at $7,000 a kilowatt hour. And there are many other niche markets where you don't need hundreds of gigawatt hours of production, whereas someone in Australia could make a decent profit. I think the key to it, though, is differentiation. We've got to be able to provide the value that makes the price worth it. GMG, I was going to pull out Craig again. We got loads of advanced battery companies, innovative companies here that can make a difference. GMG's battery, I thought, could charge in 30 seconds. It's apparently 4 minutes, but lithium-ion can't do that. Our batteries, they're half the weight of lithium-ion. Lithium-ion can't do that at all. But what we have to do is find those value propositions where there's a competitive advantage or a strategic advantage for the customers of our batteries in their devices. So where we focus is where lightweight, safe, and green batteries are really important. So we focus on the aerospace, drone, and defense markets. A little bit about LIS Energy. We started in 2019. We develop and now produce lithium sulfur and lithium metal batteries. They're half the weight of lithium ion, so twice the energy density. We've got some of the lightest batteries in the world right now. The sulfur batteries have no nickel, cobalt, or manganese. It simplifies the supply chain and offers the opportunity for a sovereign domestic supply chain as well. And they're safer than lithium-ion. We've passed all the US military nail penetration tests. So if you want to put a nail through our battery, you're quite welcome. Or anything else for that matter. And it still delivers charge afterwards. So we have some unique propositions. I was at the Avalon Air Show last week, and it was a very target-rich market for us. We've got a lot of interest. So, but how do we capitalize on that? Well, we built Australia's largest pouch cell production line down in Geelong. It's 2 megawatt hours. It's not exactly a gigafactory. It's not exactly profitable. Without scale, we'll never be profitable, and no battery company in Australia will be. So we have to scale. We've got partners, we're proving it up. We signed a partnership with Kia Aerospace, amazing high-altitude pseudo-satellite company out of New Zealand. You should look them up. Great videos on their website. We're also building a dawn-to-dusk drone with a company called VTOL Aerospace, just down the road from here, for both commercial and defense purposes. And we're targeting sovereign supply chains as well. We put in Australia's first lithium foil production line so that we can actually make our own lithium foils instead of buying them from China. We hope one day to be able to take Australian ore and put that into lithium metal, into lithium foil. We're almost there. We just have one piece missing, and that's the metal. So, given that Australia has higher labour costs, more power costs, more expensive land, construction costs, and the tyranny of distance, The only way we're going to be able to be in cell manufacturing as a country is if we have high margins. For high margins, we have to differentiate, we have to specialize. So the trick, I think, is skip lithium ion, allow the Chinese to squabble among themselves for their pricing, and go for the next generation of batteries. And whether that's us, whether it's GMG, Volt is already engaged, there are lots of industry players out there where we can make a difference. So we may not have China's scale, but I think we've got the innovation to skip a generation and to build out that new technology and to make a profit, because at the end of the day, there's no point being at a Northvolt. All right, that's me. Thanks.